Yo, I don't even know what's happening right now.
Me either.
This story, people are gonna watch this, like they're gonna listening. They're like, these guys are idiots.
I forgot what I said. I forgot what I was talking about. I blacked out. I was just fighting. Fighting.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Chisme Chronicles podcast.
Episode 31.
If this is your first time here, my name is Roman, and I'm here with Kaylee the Bandit.
To call back earlier episodes.
Kaylee, tell them what we do on the show.
So, the bread and butter of this podcast is mostly Am I the A-Hole stories. We do sometimes venture onto other subreddits. Mostly, first and foremost, top tier reactions on YouTube. Best judgments on YouTube.
The number one Reddit podcast coming to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays at any time whenever we drop the video.
Whenever we want.
For any questions, call 1-800-222-2222.
Also, don't ask any questions. But yeah, so today we're going back to the roots, traditional bread and butter. We're doing Am I the A-Hole Reddit stories. It's going to be 4 stories coming at you. Best reactions on YouTube.
Damn, Kaylee's fired up today. Y'all, we ain't got no time. We hungry. We need to cook dinner, so let's get to going. So if you guys like that kind of content and you guys enjoy listening to it from us, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Share with your friends.
If you want to.
Share with your husband. Share with your wife. Share with your mom. I don't give a damn. Just share the damn video. Share with your boss that you hate. You're like, good morning, sir. And I found this channel. Just like,
random. Your neighbors. Whoever.
Yeah, share with your neighbor that won't stop the party at 2 a.m. That dumb idiot. Here we go. We're going to start it off. And we're always blind reacting to each other's stories.
Right.
Okay? So story number 1. Am I the asshole for not using the baby name my future mother-in-law picked for her unborn child? What? For my unborn child. I don't know why they wrote her. Here we go. My boyfriend, 20, and I, also 20, have been together for 2 years. We received news a few months that we're expecting. I never wanted kids, but I figured it was better to have them young than anything else. We found out not long ago that we were expecting a girl. My boyfriend's mother has always wanted a granddaughter, and she has, as she had 2 boys, and my boyfriend's brother doesn't want kids, period. However, my boyfriend and I decided to keep the gender of the baby a secret until she's born. One evening recently, my boyfriend and I were out to dinner with his parents, and the discussion of baby names came up. My boyfriend's mother kept asking what the gender was to be able to decide a name. We explained that we wouldn't be announcing the gender until birth. She kept insisting we tell her, as she needed to help with the name picking process. We explained to her that we were to decide the names, and it was our decision only. We also addressed that if it was a boy, it would have Scott as the middle name, as that was my father's name. He passed from cancer when I was 13. My future mother-in-law stated that if I get to name the damn baby after him, then the girl's name should be McKenna. My boyfriend's mother was pregnant around 18 years ago and lost the baby during childbirth. The baby would have been a girl, and she was going to be named McKenna. It's a heartbreaking story, and I feel so horrible that she had to experience that. However, I didn't want my daughter to be named McKenna. I disliked the name, no offense, and my boyfriend had no connection with the baby. He was too young to even know what happened. Regardless of my opinion, if my boyfriend wanted to name our child after one of his loved ones, he could have stated that, but he hasn't. She insisted I was rude and selfish for not even considering McKenna as a name that her baby had just as much. What? Oh, wait. She insisted I was rude and selfish for not even considering McKenna as a name, and that her baby had just as much of a right to be honored as my father. My boyfriend kept insisting that the idea was ridiculous. I was very close with my father. He was sick for years, and I even had to watch him die. So naming a son after him would be him living on. He passed at 38, so it's to honor him. Damn. My boyfriend never even knew his mother was pregnant until after everything, because he was so young and that the name McKenna had never even been brought up in their household until now. So am I the asshole for not using the name my future mother-in-law picked for my unborn child?
So obviously no. Also, hate to all the McKennas out there. Ugly name.
She just roasting them
She
all?
said that name's fucking disgusting. I hate that name. That's what she said.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I'm all, do you have some personal problems with McKenna's,
No.
Kaylee? What happened?
No, I'm kidding.
What happened? Let's talk about it. This is a safe space.
Let's deep dive that.
She's like, I don't even like the name McKenna. And Kaylee's like, yeah, that girl said the name was disgusting and I hate it and we're going to beat them all up. I'm like, what happened?
That girl said, eradicate the McKennas.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But obviously not the asshole, but I feel like this is just like how dare you? Like, you're not only gonna like come in here with like thinking that you have like the right to name my child, but also you're gonna like disrespect me and say that like, obviously if you have a miscarriage and you wanted that baby, that's tragic. For a lot of people, that's tragic. You know what I mean? But that has like no bearing on the relationship that I had with my father for the 13 years before I watched him die. Are you joking right now?
Yeah, and also like you're saying, oh, your baby has just as much the right to be honored. Yeah, so go ahead and honor the baby however you want.
Yeah.
I don't have to. It doesn't have to be with me naming my child that.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
That's
like,
disgusting. Also, she's doing this like at a restaurant. Were they at a restaurant?
They were at a restaurant when they were talking about it.
I would lose my mind. Like I feel like
how
it makes
dare
it
you?
extra. It makes it extra. Like, I don't know. Like in public, dude. Like in public, you're gonna have this much gall.
You just start throwing blows or what?
Not pregnant.
Oh no, obviously, but
if I wasn't pregnant, no, I'm just kidding.
But you'd be like really mad. Like, I mean, I would be mad too.
I would be, I think, more disgusted than mad. Like especially like after the comments of the dad, like that pisses me off so bad. Like,
yeah, I don't get like a disgust feeling. I just get like a. Like, okay, let's wrap this dinner up and let's go home because you're a complete idiot and this is my mother-in-law now. And like that's the kind of thought process you have. I just like don't have any energy for it. I don't have any time for it.
That dad comment put me like the other stuff, like, okay, you're dumb, you think you can name my kid. But the dad comment, I don't know what that was. It put me over the top. Like this poor girl, you know what I mean? Like obviously like lost her dad or whatever. And I don't know. That put me over the top. I would feel just like disgusted and enraged.
Somebody commented. This is pretty interesting. They said, "I'd really strongly encourage you not to use the name McKenna, or she's going to turn your daughter into her lost child, and everything is going to relate back to what she wanted, expected from the child she lost."
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like almost like probably could start getting some, like this kind of like almost like a sense of not ownership, like ownership / like a parenting ownership of like, well, she should be able to do what she wants.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, yo, you're the grandmother. Like,
back
you can
off.
help. You can help when we need help, or if we, you know, if you want to help when we need it, when we ask you for help. But like, don't try to parent my child.
Don't be coming over every day and trying
like parenting,
to
trying to like parent my child.
Yeah.
Damn, and I feel like because I read this story like a while ago and I just had it saved, and I could have sworn, but I don't see it anymore. I could have sworn there was like an update or there was something where OP had commented like, okay, I didn't know about this, but apparently the
boyfriend's or the baby daddy,
the boyfriend's family, the mother-in-law gives like a middle name or something like that, or maybe it's like maybe that's another story, but I thought it was this one.
That's still like a discussion to be had regardless.
If
like, hey,
if the other person
are you okay with
that?
this tradition? Yeah. If so, here are a couple names to consider, you know what I mean? But it's still like a no pressure, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like this is your baby's name. And also like this girl or whatever, she's not even like, obviously, like, not that there'd be anything wrong with it, but she's naming, if she has a boy, she's naming her baby boy's middle name is gonna be after her. And this woman is like, I don't give an F. I was pregnant once for a couple months, whatever, and your baby daddy, whatever, boyfriend doesn't even know about it, and this is gonna be your kid's first name.
Yeah.
Like, just so much more right than she. I don't know.
Yeah, like imposing herself
even
more
power.
You know? Yeah, not even like, oh, suggestions or this and that, like you were saying. I was trying to find the update, but anyway, yeah. I mean, obviously, people also said not the a-hole.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But it's crazy, man. It's crazy I always trip out when we read stories where there's a person that is so far into the kind of like entitled in their own like entitled world, and that you're like, how does that make any sense? Like, how do you think that that's okay?
Yeah.
And how do you live the rest of your life? Like how do you treat your husband? Or what about your kids?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Is it like narcissism?
What do you think when you're in bed at night? Like, what's going on?
How can I F up somebody's day tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know?
Also, I like cringed a little bit when she was, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with having kids young. Like, my parents had me super young, you know what I mean? But obviously, like, I don't know, because she's like, oh, me and my boyfriend are both 20 and like are pregnant or whatever. And I was like, but like kind of as a joke. Like, I was like, I'm kind of joking when I do that because, like, obviously you'll figure it out. But then she goes, I never wanted kids. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's actually bad.
But if I got pregnant, I might as well start early.
Like, what? Know? Like, you don't want kids? Don't have kids. Don't have kids. They're gonna feel that.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I don't know. It's like you get mad at your kids. Like, well, I never want. Like, what? Don't have kids if you don't want kids.
I know. Damn.
Please,
well, I mean,
please.
I guess like if you. What I was gonna say, like, I guess if you really didn't want kids, if you really didn't want kids, you could still, like, you know, do your thing with your partner and not get pregnant. Yeah. So if you got pregnant, then that there are multiple steps that you can take. Yeah. There's, like, you know, off the top of my head, I know of 3. Yeah. They can all be implemented for at the same time. For sure. And then you won't have kids. Like, oh, I never really wanted kids. I was on birth control. Yeah. Like, okay, well, that's, I mean, people get pregnant on birth control. Yeah. You know?
Damn.
But anyway,
you guys are dumb. Anyways, that's my PSA. That's my PSA. All right. Am I the a-hole for giving my ex-wife a large amount of money that I won despite the anger of my girlfriend? I recently won an FU amount of money. I won't say exactly how much, but it's in the millions. It makes me feel funny even typing it. It's enough money to change my lifestyle and the lifestyle of my family. My ex-wife is the mother of my 2 kids. She's an amazing woman and good to the bone. We divorced 6 years ago because I had an affair with my current partner. Damn. I was in a low place in my life and I effed up. She was in incredible pain, but like a effing saint, she allowed me to still see our kids, who mean the world to me. Allowed our divorce to be as pain-free as possible despite the fact that I know she was hurting. She is still close with my parents. She is respectful to me, although she refuses to talk to my girlfriend. She was actually the first person I phoned after my mom and pops up after I found out I won the lottery. She was pleased for me, joked that I could take the kids on a world round trip, and that was that. Nothing else. As soon as I won, I knew I wanted to give her a significant amount. I still love her. She's the mother of my babies, and I feel like this is some small tiny way I can show her that I'm not a complete F up. She deserves to know I care despite my mistakes. She works a shitty job in a public library which pays her peanuts. She would actually be able to pursue her hobbies this way. Give our kids a better life between us, and I haven't discussed this with my ex yet, but I have with my parents who strongly agree, and my lawyer who was very surprised but on board. Long story short, when I told my girlfriend, she was livid, screaming that I'm disrespecting her, accusing me of still being in love with my ex-wife. I'm not in love with her. We've grown apart, but of course I still love her for being an excellent co-parenting partner to my mother and kids. For being an excellent co-parenting partner and mother to my kids. My girlfriend is threatening to break up with me, and TBH, I'm feeling incredibly relieved over the threats. I don't plan on changing my plans, but am I the a-hole?
For wanting to move forward with it at the expense of the girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I mean, There's a one song that goes, she a gold digger, she a gold digger. It's like an old song. Like, I don't think he's the a-hole. Wait, so, you better stop right now, girl.
So for the main question, which is the verdict, I don't think he's the a-hole. But I do like have like a little bit of like a side thing that I think he's a little bit the a-hole for like being with this girl.
Being with who?
The girlfriend. Like if you're in love with your ex or whatever, you still love your ex or whatever, don't be dating somebody new.
No, he does not. He's not in love with her.
He loves her.
Yeah, as you could like love some. I love you as a person that because you were my past partner and you are the mother of my kids and we shared a life together and so I still have love for you. I'm not in love with you. Well, like I don't want to be with you.
It doesn't sound like they got divorced. I don't know. Like I know whatever. I'm making assumptions. This is what I do on this show. Okay, this is what I do. But I know he's like I'm not in love with her. But it's like oh whatever. Like obviously he loves her. Sure, that's fine. But like the fact that this is like the first person you call after like you win or your mom and then this person right after you win the lottery and it's like I just want to give her the world like blah blah blah.
No, he doesn't want to give her the world. That's what he doesn't want to give her the world. No.
That's what he's like. Well, he's like I want her to be able to like. Not only for the kids, but it's like I want her to be able to like have her hobbies and stuff like that. To me feels I feel like you're in love with her, and also they didn't get divorced because like he hated her. They got divorced because he's an idiot, like absolute idiot and asshole, right? But it doesn't sound like he was like, well, I want a divorce now. It just sounds like she was like, okay, like we're gonna split up, make this super painless. Like he has, obviously he has respect for her. That's good. That's granted.
Well, yeah, maybe he is. The thing is that like I could see him dating her, the girl, because he doesn't have a shot with his ex-wife.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that makes you an a-hole. If you're dating somebody because you don't have a shot with somebody.
Yeah, because you have to move on. But like, you have to move on.
I feel like, okay, there was like a song that came out, whatever. I'm going to speak to a fear that I feel like
He's getting me upset right now.
This is a fear that I have and like I've seen expressed, like I've seen this sentiment expressed. There was a song that came out by Joji, if anybody knows who that is. It's called A Glimpse of Us, right? And the whole song is basically talking about how like being with one person but like wishing and longing like for somebody else, and like that is so scary. So that's why in my head, like he's not the a-hole for the official verdict, right? But like I feel like he's a little bit the a-hole. It's like well, I'm just gonna date you and be with you because I can never be with this other person.
Okay.
That breaks my heart.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is that he could be the sorry, excuse me. He could be the a-hole for dating the girl, but he's not being the a-hole towards his ex-wife.
No,
he's being the a-hole
for dating the girl.
Yes. That she's trying to like. Well, I want to be with you, and like, maybe we could do something together, and like have a life together. But he's like he date her when you're 100%
exactly
have moved on from your past relationship.
When
like,
she's not the first person you call after you win the lottery.
Yeah. So right? I could see that. I could see that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, if he messed up, maybe he does want to be with his wife. I could see that. Like, well, I want to be with her, but I'm not with her because, like, I messed up. So we got divorced.
Yeah.
So I don't have a shot with her. So I also don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. So I have to move on. Yeah. So he has to move on.
Yeah,
but it's not cool for him to be with someone if he hasn't moved on.
Exactly.
From the wife.
And then he's like, oh, like I'm relieved that she like wants to just break up with
her.
Yeah,
because he doesn't want to be.
Just break up with her.
So once he said that part, too, it's like, okay, yeah, he doesn't want to be with her. Yeah. And that's but whatever. But the thing is like, he's obviously figuring something out, because if he's saying, you know what, I'm actually relieved, that sounds like he's figuring something out. Like, oh, you know what, maybe I don't want to be with her.
Yeah. Also, last comment, I think for me on this story, I think it's a little much to call her a gold digger, because it's like she was with him before he won the lottery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now she's just like, hey, what the? Like, I thought we were in a relationship. This is obviously, she's wrong. She's wrong. I want to make that very clear. Like, he's giving the money to his ex-wife, not only a little bit for her, but also so that the kids are not having like a super different lifestyles, right? Like, that makes so much sense to me. It also feels like it's mostly, or at least, whatever, 50% at least, like, for the kids. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, yeah, you take some of it. Also, you were my partner for a really long time and you deserve this. You're the mother to my kids. Right. So obviously she's wrong, but I don't think she's a gold digger for being like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, because my initial
I
gut
thought
was
this
like,
was
oh,
ours.
damn. My initial gut. Well, first of all, is his. Because
Yes, but if you've been somebody with, it is his. But if you've been with somebody for like 6 years, and I don't know, it sounds like they're living together or something.
Maybe
it's
if
like
they've been,
you probably discuss finances together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I didn't even get Like, I'm saying she is wrong. She is wrong, but I could see, her being like maybe jealous or whatever, and being like, I don't even get consulted, like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She is wrong though. Yeah, that's not right.
If they've been together for 6 years since the whole thing happened, and they actually, I'm sure they did, because that's who he cheated on.
Yeah, exactly.
His wife with. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, it's like, all right, look, this whole thing happened. You got divorced. We've been together for 6 years. I'm assuming we're gonna have a life together, and we already do have one, and you're trying to continue that.
Yeah.
And then you get some money, and then
you're giving it all to your ex. Yeah, like I don't know.
You don't even tell me or talk to me or at least make me feel heard, or even if I disagreed, but you're like, hey, look, what do you think about this? And like, well, I don't think you should give her $3 million, or $1 million.
Yeah.
But do whatever you want. And he's like, okay, well, I think I should, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, by the way, I'm giving her 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And like, what? I don't. So I don't know. Now I'm kind of confused, because I am seeing it more now as we're talking about it from her point of view, where we've been together for 6 years. I thought maybe we were gonna get married or something, or even just be partners for the rest of our lives.
Almost like in her head, she's probably like convinced, even if this is not what played out, like she's probably like, you left your wife for me. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, but now it's like, well, do you not want to be with me?
Yeah, like, are you still in love with your ex-wife? You called her right after you won. You know what I'm saying? So like, overall, I think she's wrong, but I don't think she's like out of line either. Like, I think she's morally wrong, because like, whatever, but I don't think she's super out of line. Like, maybe I'm playing devil. I feel like people are gonna get so angry.
No, I don't know, because I look, initially I was like, you can't tell him to not give money to his wife and this, that, and the other for his kids. Shouldn't. And I'm not arguing that that's wrong. Right. I am all for him helping his ex so that, because like you said, the guy has 10 mil. Yeah. The apparently she's a shitty librarian, according to him. Not that she's bad at her job.
Circus librarian.
She's a circus librarian getting peanuts. And so he's like, well, I want my kids to have a balanced life, and so that they can have more opportunities or more things, or so that they don't want for anything.
Of course.
When they're at their mom's house. So I'm going to give her, and then, give her some money. I'm not saying that's wrong at all.
Absolutely not.
I'm not saying he's the asshole for doing that. No.
Agreed.
That's awesome. Do that. We got to be specific, because people come for us in the comments.
I know.
But now I'm thinking more about the girlfriend.
Yeah. This one's tough. We've been together for 6 years. You left your wife for me. Why is she the first person you called? Why didn't I get consulted on this? We probably live together. We share a life together. Sure, you want it. It's your money, 100%. But why didn't I even get any input before you talk to your lawyer? You talk to your lawyer before you talk to me.
No, yeah. So I'm saying, I agree with what you said. Like, she's not wrong. She's like,
she's a little bit
what did
wrong,
you say?
But she's not like out of line.
Yeah, exactly. Because even if, like, she should be okay with, like,
100%
with the thing happening.
Yes.
So she's wrong by not wanting him to give her any money.
Yes.
But she's not wrong by being upset that she didn't even get like asked or consulted or whatever. Yeah. Because again, but they're not even married. He won the money and this and that. But okay, but now as I'm thinking about it,
depending on what state they're in, also they literally would be.
Yeah. But even if people are not even going to give a crap about what we're saying on that, because like sometimes they don't give a damn what we say, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
We love you.
What would I crap, I lost what I was going to say.
You said even if they're not married,
even if someone's like, well, they're not married, it's his kids and this and that and that, blah, 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 all that stuff. Okay, but she's been his girlfriend for 6 years. Yeah. They live together. We have to take into account that relationship. Yeah. And like her feelings of like, well, I mean, we were happy without the money. Mm-hmm. So it's also not only about the money, because we've been together and happy before you won however many millions you won.
Sure. Yeah.
And now you won some millions, and I just want to feel like I'm still your partner in this. but now I'm feeling like
you dropped me.
I'm kind of dropped a little bit.
Yeah,
that's a tough one, dude. What would we go with? So I mean, is it an everybody sucks?
I don't think he's the a-hole, because the question is, am I the a-hole for wanting to proceed with giving my wife the money, my ex-wife the money, despite the anger of my girlfriend? No. You should give your wife that money. I am proud of you. I am happy for you. I also think you're in love with your ex-wife and you need to go to therapy. Therapy. I give everybody therapy on this show.
Therapy. We don't have enough money for a neon sign that says therapy yet.
Later, you guys.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Coming soon to a podcast near you.
Yeah, this one's a tricky one.
Dang. So not the a-hole. But also, she's not fully wrong for being upset about not being included.
I think maybe no one's the a-hole.
Is there no one's the a-hole?
Mm-hmm. No a-holes here. That's
no
what it's
a-holes
called.
here. Let's go with that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a
F.
I don't give a
like that SpongeBob.
Which one?
Doesn't he do that in SpongeBob? Or he's not like gonna cuss or something, but he goes like, and his cheeks get all big.
Dude, I can't remember. I can't remember. It sounds familiar. Everything's from SpongeBob has done it all.
Yeah. But that was a tricky one.
Yeah. I like that one. Okay, here we go. Story number 3. Am I the a-hole for wanting my husband to move away and told him divorce is fine with me? Am I the a-hole for wanting my husband to move away and told him divorce is fine with me? I, female 40, met my husband, male 51, 5 years ago. I love him very much. He has 2 children from a previous marriage, female 14 and male 13, and I have 1, female 13. His children never liked me because they always wanted their parents to move back together. When my husband met me, that dream was crushed, and it is very understandable. I gave them space and never tried to pressure them. When we got married, we moved into my home. They changed their mind when they realized I lived in a big place with a pool, etc. We have been married for 2 years. My daughter's father isn't in the picture, so my daughter lives 100% with me. I found out now that my stepdaughter has been bullying my daughter for the past couple of years, calling her fat, etc. I heard her make these comments. I told my husband to pack his children's bags because I never want to see them again, because when I confronted my stepdaughter, she just laughed at me and called me and my daughter ugly and fat, and that my daughter deserved it. Turns out my daughter has been bullied at school too, and the head of the bullying is my stepdaughter. My husband said that I couldn't kick out his children from their home and that he would talk to his daughter, but he never did. So I told him that I understood that I can't demand that they stay with their mother since he has custody. So I told him that he should move out. We could meet on the weeks his children are with their mom, but that I'm done trying with his children. They will never love me or my daughter, and I'm choosing my daughter. He said I was ridiculous and that it wasn't marriage if he should live in a separate home from me when he has his children. And I said if this didn't suit him, then I wouldn't mind divorce because I'm not going to have his daughter near mine again. I have no problems against my stepson, but my husband made it about him too because they're a whole package, which I totally understand. I can't demand that he doesn't see his daughter. So my suggestion. Oh God, I'm sorry, everyone. My brain. Yeah, I can't demand that he doesn't see for him to not see his daughter. Mm-hmm. So my suggestion is to move out and get his own place when he has his children. I spoke to my daughter about changing schools, and she seems very positive to the idea. I still try to know more details about the bullying, but you know how embarrassing that is for children to admit. I never admitted to anyone that I was bullied, but even if my parents were very loving and supportive, maybe I was even less inclined to confess to them because of how loving and supporting they were. So, what do we think?
I think she's a little bit the a-hole. But I think the reason that she's a little bit at the a-hole is for suggesting it. The reason she's a little bit the a-hole is for suggesting that, like, she can still be with him if she's not going to accept his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. Like, they are a package. And she's like, well, I understand that. Then don't be like, you can be with me whenever your kids aren't around. You just have to. It just doesn't work then. I feel like if you're not going to accept all of them, like, that's just what it is. Like, with, like, mixed families or whatever, right? It's like, you just cannot be together. Like, because I feel like she's the a-hole for almost trying to put him in a position to, like, split his time or, like, almost, like, pick between them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're not giving it enough time for them to for him to deal with a 14-year-old daughter. Like, I mean, 14, I mean, these are idiots, you know? And it, like, he said, I'm going to talk to her, and then he didn't, because he probably doesn't think, like, okay, there's also going to be I love how she came to, like, the rescue of her daughter.
Yes, 100%.
Like, she just showed up, just superwoman.
Yeah.
Like, everybody back up. Like, I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
Yeah, dude. That's
like
good.
A shit, back up, move. You know, she awesome.
Yeah.
Came to the rescue.
Yeah.
But so she's showing up super hard because it's her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He's lax about it because it's not his daughter
getting bullied. Yeah, she's doing the bullying. Yeah.
So then obviously that's like 2 levels of, like, intensity on how to handle the situation. But she still told him, you need to talk to her. So he's, all chillax about it, didn't handle it. And she's like, I'm not going to let this happen. Like, there's no way. So she's like at 1,000% hardcore, which I'm not mad at.
No, I love that.
But you still gotta, she should keep that same energy and mentality talking to her husband about him or them together handling the situation with his daughter. You know,
how do we know that she didn't? That she wasn't like, you need to talk to your daughter right this instant?
Because to me, it's not as even if she did that, it's not like a thing that you do one time and then you move on.
Well, I don't assume that I don't know, but I don't assume that she did only talk to him one time. You know what I mean? And I know what I do is make assumptions.
I was gonna say, are you sure?
Yeah, but so if she did only talk to him one time, then she might be jumping the gun a little bit. You know, not necessarily. Well, I don't know, but if she did talk to him more than once or a couple times, then yeah. Also, like, I don't want you. I don't know. Like, I don't even want to co-parent with you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so happy that she showed up for her daughter like that. Like, you found out your daughter's getting bullied, not only at school, but, like, your daughter's worst bully is living, like, a door down from her. That's awful.
Like, not only is she now, like, suffering at school, she can't even come home and get an escape.
Mega isolated now. Like, there's a poor girl, you know what I mean? Like, she probably freaking can't leave her room without feeling, like, in danger.
And I could imagine, like, and you know that she's probably acts all normal when they're having dinner, you know what I mean? And, but, like, probably gives her little looks, like, and no one knows what's happening except for them two. Yeah.
This poor girl probably can't use the pool because she's calling her, like, fat and stuff. At her own house. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So,
eat snacks or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's freaking horrible.
Okay, so then what do they do? Because, like,
you get divorced if it doesn't work between you. Like, and I know, like, I joke about that so much, but, like, you cannot ask somebody to choose between their kids and them. Like even just as a person, like, even if I was, like, desperately, hopelessly in love with this guy, or with any man or any person, right? It's like whatever. Like, if you're on either side of this. If you're desperately, hopelessly in love with somebody, but you're like, whoa, I literally, like, I cannot, for whatever reason, I cannot deal with the children. Whatever reason that is. Like, then you just have to, like, out of respect for that other person, I feel like you separate yourself from the situation. Like, don't you ever, out of respect for that other person, but also the kids, because, like, what if that person's a shitty person and they choose you over the kids? I'm also going to lose respect for you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So then, but, like, the daughter is the problem, and the dad needs to handle the problem with the daughter. Yeah. So,
but if he's not.
So he didn't, or whatever, you know. So, and she's just going straight to. There's no chance your daughter's ever going to be around my daughter ever again. Good. So goodbye. Yeah. I'm gonna divorce you. Like, move out, and I'm gonna get divorced.
I don't know how much time has passed, but I feel like you immediately try and be like, okay, I don't feel like this so much as, like, having them pick or whatever, but I feel like maybe you immediately go, can you talk to your daughter and have her please go spend a couple days at her mom's house, a week? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's not choosing.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think that, like, she's not, I feel like she's not, based on how she wrote it out, it just seems like she would have added information about them talking to the daughter.
Maybe.
Or at, like, more
maybe
than
she
once.
Wasn't privy or
or
something.
Giving it time to, I just feel like she went, like, love how she came to the rescue, but she basically went pedal to the metal and hasn't let off the gas and hasn't given it any chance for them to work it out. That's just kind of how I feel about it.
But also maybe it won't, because it's like, if somebody's bullied me for, you know, who knows how long, and also the daughter didn't even go to the mom for like a whatever amount of time, you know what I mean? Like, this girl was getting bullied in silence. You know what I mean? So it's like, if somebody's bullied me for I don't know how long, and like all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, her dad talked to her, so she's not gonna bully me anymore, I'm still not gonna be comfortable.
Yeah, you're not gonna,
like, for the next 5 years or whatever. You know? Like, for the rest of, I'm never gonna be comfortable in this house.
Well, I mean, so my initial reaction when I first read this story, I was like, she's not the asshole. But like, now you got me all messed up, because you're like, I think she's a little bit the asshole. So then I was like, okay, yeah, well, maybe she is, because she's not giving it any time to try to resolve the problem.
Yeah.
But
I changed my mind halfway through speaking.
Damn you. No, I mean, because so basically that's where I was when I read the story. I was like, yo, you get your daughter away from this bully, because we don't know how long it's gonna go on for, or how much worse it can get, or how much like crap your own kid is gonna feel in their own house. So it's like, you're done. You're done.
I forgot that I even said she's a little bit the asshole, and I just changed my mind and went hard in the other
now you're going and I'm like, wait, what's happening?
I'm so sorry. I was trying to see what I even said.
I was like trying to see Kaylee's point of view, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I guess she can be, because not enough time. And then all of a sudden, like, I realize I'm arguing that she is, and you're arguing that she's not. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I forgot what happened.
Pulled the old switcheroo.
I blacked out.
Dude, that's so funny. I'm like, no, well, she's the asshole. She is. And Kaylee's like, no.
I gaslit you.
Dude, and all of a sudden right now my freaking brain turned back on, and I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? Make up your dude. Just switched it up on me. Had me hella confused.
I just gaslit you on camera,
dude. I was like
breaking up.
I was like hypnotized.
Me too.
Okay,
I was just arguing. I was just going.
I'm gonna stick to what I thought then, dude. You were just arguing, like I
was just fighting.
Kaylee goes, I think she's a little bit the asshole. She switches it up, you know. He's like, no, it's for the sake of the daughter, and I'm like, they need more time.
It's just not the asshole, you guys.
What was like 10 minutes story? I mean, am I arguing something that I don't even believe in?
That's what I said. I said she's not the asshole.
Like I said.
Like I said.
Yo, I don't even know what's happening right now.
Me either.
This story, people are gonna watch this, like they're gonna listening. They're like, these guys are idiots.
I forgot what I said. Like, I forgot what I was talking about. I blacked out. I was just fighting. Fighting.
To this day.
Fighting for my life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, not the a-hole.
Let's just move on, dude.
I can't rehash that. I don't even know what happened.
I don't even know.
Like, I don't remember the story.
I read the story and I felt the mom is coming to the rescue. Like, she's going really hard, but I think I wouldn't feel comfortable with that person and being around my kid anymore. So if that leads to divorce, that leads to divorce. And y'all can say whatever you want to say in the comments. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Kid is gonna stick to our guns. You're not gonna intimidate us.
I don't know what my guns are. I changed my guns halfway through.
I'm sticking to my guns. And,
no, I'm just kidding.
That's all she wrote.
I don't know what guns I started with, but my final guns are that she's not the a-hole, and those are the right ones. Thank you.
Locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. Okay, final story of the night.
All right.
Am I the a-hole if I stop paying my daughter's tuition over a disgusting comment she made towards my new girlfriend? My 56 male wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. I was in deep mourning for a year over her death. I met my new girlfriend, C, 43 female, around January. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell. She has 3 Ivy League degrees, has a dark sense of humor that I love. She's a terrific cook and an overall amazing woman who I can imagine spending the rest of my life with. She is also on the heavier side, a fact that becomes relevant later. I have 2 children, E, 25 male, and A, 19 female. They were aware that I had gotten a new girlfriend before I first introduced them to C this summer. She got along with E immediately, the son, but A was very standoffish, the daughter. After that initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were all rudely rejected. E and A, his 2 children, both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal since she's always been rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. The dinner was going well as well as I thought it could be for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed A snarling. Although I noticed A glaring at C the entire time.
How did you get gnarling from that?
From glaring, I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I can't read. When C went to grab her 3rd helping of mashed potatoes, A said, Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?
No.
C started sobbing immediately and ran off to the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and told A to get out. About a half hour later, A left. I texted her saying, an hour and a half after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer pay for her tuition unless 1, she apologized to C, and 2, C accepts her apology. A must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior during Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged onto her university's tuition payment website, canceled the next semester's tuition, and sent A screenshots. She called me crying and begging me to reconsider. I told her that my mind was made up.
Damn. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough one. Because it's like, hey, look, as a parent. Well, okay, I'm gonna take that back. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Mama, what did I say that you guys are gonna be okay with?
They're already gonna be mad at us. It's
I know.
okay.
I'm wrong.
They already stopped watching.
So what I was gonna say is like, look, as a parent, you want to do your best to help out your kids with whatever they need. Buying a car, their first car, their cell phone, helping them out with college, all of that
whatever
stuff.
you can.
But you're not obligated to pay for college. Like I'm not obligated to pay for your college. Now I would like to, so that I'm giving you a better jump start to life, but I don't have to. So that side of me is kind of like, well, he doesn't have to pay it. Like, she's doing something that's like, really hurtful, really disrespectful to who is now his partner. And obviously he wants that person to be respected. And it's kind of like, well, it's my money. And if you're going to disrespect her and me, well, I'm not going to be giving you something if I'm being disrespected. So I'm kind of like, all right, I can see that. But then at the same time, it's kind of, well, as a parent, you want to help out your kids and the whole thing. But like at the same, but again, like you're not obligated to. So if your daughter's being a piece of shit, then why do I have to put up with that?
Obviously the daughter's being horrible. She's being horrible, right? But her mom died less than 2 years ago, or right around 2 years ago. And this is the first time, because it's like, okay, whatever. He introduced him during the summer and now it's obviously Thanksgiving, right? This is the first time she's seeing somebody sit in her mom's seat, like next to her dad at a holiday. You know what I mean? Her mom sat next to her dad her entire life at a holiday. You know what I mean? And like, obviously the daughter's being disgusting. Like, those were disgusting comments to be made. But like, I can only, and if she never liked this girl in the first place or whatever, she knew that her dad started dating somebody a year after her mom died. That can be enough time for some people. I'm not judging him, but I'm saying, like, for her, it's like, you were with my mom for, 19 years, my entire life. In my entire existence, I've known you with this one person. And now, like, I can't imagine the feelings that would bring.
Yeah.
And then to see this person that's like not your mom, You know what I mean? And it's just like, this is the one thing you can pick on because she's obviously like an amazing woman otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a horrible low blow.
I can also see it like being too much too fast from the dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know, not every judgment has to be pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
And I feel like in your story and my story, both of those, now I'm all arguing against her being the a-hole on the past one. But it's kind of like, hey, like, why is everything so freaking hardcore? Like, why is everything on the chopping block?
Yeah.
Like a guillotine.
Yeah.
And that's like the verdict, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of like you're saying, this and this with the daughter, like, you know,
like, try and understand her perspective a little bit.
And maybe like why not go and talk to her?
Yeah.
Why try to talk to her multiple times? Because you're not gonna solve the issue of the
in 1 hour.
You're not gonna solve the issue of your daughter mourning still for her mom or having jealous feelings or anger feelings that you moved on too fast. Like, you're not gonna solve that with one conversation.
Yeah.
It's a therapy. Legit. I mean, for real. Like, you need some father-daughter therapy.
And also, like, they need, like, your wife died and like your mom died. Like, you probably need therapy anyways. But now it's like, you know, adding this new person into the mix, like, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
And like, this poor girl, like, she's obviously already in college. You know what I mean? And it's like, sure, you're not obligated to help, but like, you know, you're not obligated to help, but you know what happens if you don't help. Yeah. You know that you're either forcing your daughter to either drop out or incur like a mega amounts of debt. That's which are obviously a lot of people do, but like, that's awful. You know what I mean? Like, if she doesn't have to, you know, like, you can, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go with the asshole. He's the a-hole.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with he's the a-hole because I think there's like there's responsibility obviously on his part as being
as a
parent to try to understand what's happening with his daughter.
Yeah.
And like, you're obviously acting out that way for a reason.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the reason. Let's talk, and then let's figure out what the problem is, and then move on, instead of like, hey, come and apologize, or and she needs to accept it, or I'm going to cancel your tuition. It's almost like you did something bad, I'm gonna go spank you. Mm-hmm. You know, like, as a kid, like this immediate punishment that sometimes, I mean, and the only time that I feel like that's even reasonable is after you kind of are telling your kid over and over and over, like, hey, and they still don't want to understand. All right, fine. I already told you like 3 times. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to whoop that ass. Yeah. You know, versus like, I told you not to touch that, bam, and smack a kid. Yeah. And they're always getting smacked. Like, damn, at least give me a heads up. Let me know if this is right or wrong. Yeah. You know, at least that's how my parents were. They were more like, that's not okay. I've already told you that doing that or saying those things are disrespectful. You know, so there was always like, so when we got spanked, at least for me, it was, I always knew
plenty of warning
because I pushed it too much. Yeah. I pushed it.
Yeah.
I pushed it to the limit. No one come.
Oh no, we've been going too long. He's breaking.
Push it to the limit. Push it. It's not even a Michael Jackson song. You're like, we lost him.
I know. It's gone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go a-hole.
Another comment that somebody pointed out that you just kind of briefly said right now was also like, he's additionally like a little bit more the a-hole for also being like, not only do you have to apologize, like, this other person has to accept it. She has no bearing over that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The daughter.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, okay, like, I apologize sincerely and wholeheartedly after a day of like, I'm so sorry, this is what happened. I was basically like triggered seeing you sitting next to my dad and you're not my mom at Thanksgiving dinner for the first time in my life.
So she's saying that, and then I look over at the girlfriend, and then the girlfriend goes, I don't accept. He's like, canceled. You know, like, no matter what, like, you still cancel it.
That's awful. Yeah. But I think everybody sucks. I think the daughter also, I mean, she sucks she needs to go to therapy, you know, obviously.
Everybody sucks. Right. I like that one more.
But she's rude.
Because I said he's the a-hole, but she sucks for doing that too.
Yeah, she's also rude.
So we're gonna go with everybody sucks.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around, desert you, never gonna say goodbye.
You guys, that's it. That's it. This has been a long one.
Once we start hitting that like in the 50-minute range,
it just goes off the rails.
Dude,
we lose them.
And you guys want longer episodes. It doesn't make any sense to me.
They just want to see us go delirious.
Why do you guys want these longer episodes that at the end is just trash content?
They want us to film at 3 a.m. on no sleep.
Just straight, like, guys, we need 2-hour daily episodes, daily vlogs.
I'm just crying, both of us. Like, I don't care who's the asshole.
I don't care. I just want to go to bed. Like, I'm all freaking making lunch for my daughters. You know, am I the asshole for? I'm all freaking trying to chop up carrots. You know, like I'm all peeling potatoes. I'm all. Today I effed up by peeling a potato backwards.
Chop my finger off.
The what?
I chopped my finger off like the mandolin or whatever.
Oh my god.
Anyways, you guys.
Y'all are crazy.
We love you though. We love you guys.
Hey, a subscriber update. Yes, we do. We do love everyone. Subscriber update. We are man. So it took us like 7 weeks to get just some stats for everyone out there. Sports Center stats. No, I'm kidding. Our first like 7 weeks, it took us like 7 weeks to get to our first 100 subscribers. And then it took us 3 more weeks to get to 200. So we're at 10 weeks. And then it took us like a week and a half to get to the next 100. So now we're at 11 and a half weeks from when we first started this episode, and we got to 300. Mm-hmm. And then like, maybe like in the next week and a half or something, like we got like we were on pace to like almost do another 100, and all of a sudden it tapered off. So I don't know what you guys are doing out there for the algorithm. I'm just kidding. No, so it kind of like it slowed down, but currently we are at 371 subscribers.
I'm proud of every single one of those subscribers.
I'm proud of every single one of those subscribers. I'm proud of every single one of those subscribers. We have 371 chismosos out there that are tuning in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. There's a song. I'm always like thinking of songs. I'm like, I just want to thank you. But I was making that up. There's like a song.
I've been living here for like 4 months now, and there's not a day that's gone by that I haven't heard Roman sing at least once.
Not a day has gone.
He just does this in the kitchen, you guys. Imagine waking up and you're like, what the hell is that sound? What is that?
What's that sound? I can't sleep.
Being
disturbed in my peace. Ha 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 ha.
Moving back to Yuma.
Moving back to Yuma tonight.
You guys, we have to
go. Packing on my bags because it's time to go.
We'll see you guys next Thursday. We love you.
Never gonna. Peace.